Okay, our next product in the check valve family is a spring/cone check valve. This is in a transparent body for visual, but we're going to take it apart as we go. It's available in a 3/8 to 4-inch size. The union nuts match up with all our other valves, which is a nice feature. The valve ends, again, you can get socket, threaded, flanged, and available ANSI or DIN. It's for vertical and horizontal applications. Again, the advantage on the horizontal, you're not going to get a chattering effect like you would with a ball check valve.
Now the spring is an option on these, isn't it? I mean, is the standard valve is just with the globe check by itself, or do they all have spring?
The standard valve itself in a check valve has a stainless steel spring.
Okay, all right.
But for a minimal upgrade, we have a PTFE Teflon encapsulated stainless steel spring.
Yeah.
Very key part of the valve itself. Because for your services, like bleach, for example, most people have to go to a Hastelloy spring or something on that. Now we've got it fully Teflon encapsulated, crimped on both ends. And again, it's going to, long term, there could be some wear, but not a very expensive spare part compared to Hastelloy, for example.
Right.
But the principle of the cone is you've got a lightweight cone, it's hollow, an elastomeric seat here that rests against the inner, and it's moving back and forth, and these spines keep it aligned along the body itself. Very unique, compact design, lightweight, and having both options with the spring. In your catalog, we put it in with the stainless with Teflon encapsulated as a standard. But no, on a competitive situation, we could use just stainless steel itself. So, yes, the noise is actually reduced with this spring and cone design, where a ball could, again, chatter a little bit, especially in the horizontal.
Right.
Again, it's the connections are all compatible with our other series of S4 products. And you also can get this valve without the spring, which isn't as standard that way. And without the spring, you can actually, it can be used as an aeration or vacuum breaker as well. We can touch on that later. We show this valve on page 230 in the Harrington book, and it's available EPDM or Viton. All the bodies, PVC, Polypro, PVDF, CPVC, we don't have a date on yet.
Okay.
Yes, we just finished the spring check, cone check. Now we're going to the next valve in the family, which is actually a foot valve. And it's made up of the same parts of the actual spring check.
So all of the parts are more or less interchangeable.
All the parts, body, union nuts, ends, everything's interchangeable. The only difference, instead of on the check valve, we have a hollow cone, and now we've got a weighted cone. It's completely filled. If you can feel the difference, the weight, that's how you can identify it right away. I mean,
that rascal probably weighs a pound.
Now it's starting to weigh like an actual ball in a ball check, right?
Right. It's heavier actually. Okay, so clearly this is for instance, a pump suction application or inlet in a sump.
Excellent.
Type situation.
Absolutely, that's a perfect application for it. You're actually going to draw from the well. You're pulling through, and it's coming through the pipe system. And once the pump stops, boom, it seals. You're not drawing anything else.
So the reason the cone is so heavy is you want a more of a sure seal.
Right.
Situation.
And plus, you don't want a spring in there in case anything else gets tied up on that spring in it too. So this eliminates that spring. Weighted seal, no issues when it's closed. So.
Okay.
And yeah, so on the other end, we've got the same parts as the other. And very easy to assemble too. One thing we want to notice on this valve is people have asked many a times, why isn't there O-ring on that back side? Well, it's not touching pressure.
Yeah,
There's no pressure is going through this valve this way.
Doesn't really serve a purpose.
So you don't need a pressure seal here. Saves you a couple cents. And it's not going to go anywhere.
Right. Now again, the clear PVC body, we chose clear PVC body for show and tell purposes, but is that clear PVC body available if somebody wanted to actually purchase it?
Well, you know what? That's a good question, because we make a clear PVC body in our strainer. So it may be available as an option.
Okay.
You know,
I'm
so
not saying it'll come up, but
yeah,
I guess the key is it's normally gray, just like the color of the
exactly. From a price point of view, it's going to be a little bit more clear,
right,
based on supply and demand.
And you wouldn't want it out in the sunlight or where UVs will cloud it over time.
But for an OEM or somebody that's doing some testing lab where they want to see what's happening,
right,
it could be a great opportunity. So again, it will interchange with that valve we're going to show you a little later.
Okay.
So yeah, all of the other parts on this valve, everything's PVC except the actual basket itself or screen is polypropylene.
And if you want a PVC strainer, I mean, you can use another vendor's part that's available in PVC and just solvent cement it into the socket end connector.
Exactly. Or if it's a quantity thing, we can come up with something too. So
Okay.
they give you the same flow path as this one.
Right.
So
Okay.
they give you the same CV. So that's, again, that's our foot valve.